All right. Hello, everyone. So we're finally here. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Magnificent Seven earnings. Tesla first to report. Let's see what is going on. And let's remember that a lot of times there are overreactions and things reverse. So I see Tesla is trading up. They just reported. I haven't looked at the earnings yet. We're going to go through that. Notice how, without even looking at anything else, all right, where is it trading right now? Right around 161. So buyers are coming in, they're jacking up the market, they're buying shares. Where does it stall out? Right around 161, the post market. Now, a lot of shares are trading. I mean, millions of shares are trading. But 161, it's a level that was supported. So there are people that bought here around 161 in March and early April that now they can finally get out at break even. They've been waiting. They bought, the shares have been underwater ever since. Now they can get out at break even. It's back up to their buy price. They're selling. So that could put a top on it. So let's just take a look at the earnings. Now, if you want to see a company's earnings, what you can do is you type in the symbol, right? Tesla is TSLA, and then you type in IR for investor relations. And you don't need to be like a superstar analyst sometimes to understand this stuff. Sometimes things are pretty self-evident, and it's really not as hard to learn as you think. Some people might think like, oh, I can't figure that financial statements out or whatever, but there's just a couple things to look for, in my opinion. All right, one is operating margins. Operating margins are your profitability. Your operating margin is the bottom line. It's how much money you make for each dollar of sales after everything is included, expenses, so forth and so on. So Tesla just reported its first quarter of 24. All right. Now we're going to compare it to the first quarter of 23. That's the Wall Street kind of convention. So let's see what is going on here. Operating margin now is 5.5%. Wow, that sucks. I mean, operating margin a year ago was 11.4. That's a massive, huge decrease. Again, this shows that a year ago, for every dollar of sales, Tesla would make 11.4 cents. Now they make 5.5 cents. That's really bad. Okay. Right there, just off of that, that makes me think that this stock is going to reverse and there's some ideas on the short side. All right. So operating margin is a very important thing. You don't really need to look at a lot of things. You don't need to be a deep fundamental analyst. I'm not. I look at operating margins. Another thing I look at is I go to the balance sheet and I look at inventory. Tesla sells things, right? I mean, that's not hard to think. If they don't sell stuff, what happens? It ends up in their inventory. So if inventory is increasing, it's not a good sign because they're going to have to cut the prices to get stuff out of inventory. So the inventory is found on the balance sheet. And let's take a look at this. All right, let's see here. Inventory. So March last year, 14.3. I mean, I guess that's in billions on. Now 16. Wow. So inventory is going higher. What does this mean? I'm one of those guys that when I go into the store, it's like if I want to buy something and the salesperson's talking to me, they're like, we don't have anything. I'm like, you got anything in the back? Which they never do. But anyway, all kidding aside, they can't sell that Tesla. What happens? They throw it in the inventory. Someone comes along, they want to sell to them, they got to reduce the price. So, man, those margins are falling off the cliff. Inventory is increasing. I don't think I don't understand why this stock is up. I think that tomorrow it's going to be down. Importantly, notice this 161 the level where it's trading now. Why did it run into resistance around here? This level was support. Again, people bought here. They can finally get out of break even. They're putting their sell orders out there. That's putting a top on the market. First glance, those numbers suck. The stock's going to go down, but I'm going to have to look into a little bit more. So please make sure you check in tomorrow. And we'll have a much better insight into it then. Okay, thanks everyone. I'll see you soon.